Hi, I'm Bianca Martins. Welcome to Television Sydney News. It's great to have you with us. In this week's news, Muslim leaders condemn the recent violence at protests in the CBD, local MP and community members angered at education cuts across Sydney, and school holiday programs get started at Powerhouse Discovery Centre. But first, Western Sydney Muslim leaders have condemned the violence which erupted at a protest march last weekend as the actions of a radical minority. The demonstration, held in Sydney's CBD on Saturday, was against a film depicting Islam's Prophet Muhammad in a negative light. Senior police and Muslim leaders held a press conference in Homebush yesterday to present a united front following last weekend's protest. Speaking through an interpreter, Grand Mufti Ibrahim Abu Muhammad said the violent behaviour of the protesters was criminal and not a reflection of Islamic faith.
So the Mufti wants to advise the people who did the protest last week, and if they're thinking of doing the protest this week, that we're in danger of turning from victims to criminals. We were victims 2 weeks ago when everything that's holy to us was insulted in that movie. We have since then turned to criminals because of what we did.
When we were provided with an opportunity to come here today, we just really wanted to provide or put forth a message that we're here to carry each other and that we are one society, as the doctor said. No one accepts such behaviour in our community.
It's a little bit of a historic moment when the Mufti of Australia, a representative from the Shiite community, stand up as they did today, condemn the actions of those who committed the violence and support the police as strongly and as bluntly as they have today.
On the streets of Auburn, the actions of a small group of protesters had a great effect. 20-year-old Basit Haider said images of Muslim protesters clashing with police had made him upset and angry.
The people, if they want to protest, they have to protest in a peaceful way, not like destroy the property, destroy the peace. We want to live in peace with it because I'm a Muslim myself and I don't want to ruin the peace in Australia.
A peaceful demonstration against Israel, which had been planned before the weekend protest, was held in the Parramatta CBD on Thursday night. Police had issued warnings ahead of the protest as community tensions were high. Pro-Palestinian protesters were opposed to the alleged support of the Israeli Defence Force by the owners of chocolate store Max Brenner. Around 50 people met in front of Parramatta Town Hall and marched through Church Street Mall to the chocolate store on Argyle Street. 30 police officers were in the area monitoring the demonstration, which was peaceful. More than 20 trees have been poisoned along Prospect Creek in Canley Vale during the past 3 months. Just 3 months ago, the trees which line the banks of the creek at the end of Cook Avenue were thriving. Now they are all dead. There are several small drill holes at the base of the trees, a clear indication of where poison was administered. One resident asked Fairfield Council to remove one of the trees that had fallen in the creek, but all they did was take the trunk and left the branches in the water. He is demanding an explanation from the council as to why the trees were poisoned, why residents weren't notified and why council workers hadn't come back to the site to remove the rest of the dead trees. Fairfield Council wouldn't comment on camera, instead standing by a press release stating that the council was conducting bush regeneration work here in Cook Avenue Reserve as part of the Improving the Prospect Creek Grand Project. The project aims to improve the biodiversity and water quality of Prospect Creek by removing weeds and replacing them with natives. In the council's written statement, they said injecting trees with herbicide was a common method of disposing of exotics and necessary to improve the environment of Prospect Creek. They also said once the trees are dead, they will be removed by qualified tree removalists. Last week's announcement of a $1.7 billion cut in education funding by the New South Wales Government has angered teachers, parents and local MPs. Cabramatta MP Nick Lalich and Fairfield MP Guy Zangari were outside St John's Public School on Monday morning asking parents to sign a petition calling on Premier Barry O'Farrell to reverse the decision. Both MPs said the decision would affect class sizes, school fees and school standards for children in both public and private education. St George councils have welcomed the state government's self-assessment system for backyard swimming pool fencing. The changes, yet to be approved by state parliament, require owners to list their pool on a statewide register and ensure it meets fencing laws. Before a property is sold or leased, the pool needs to be inspected and registered as compliant. Local Government Minister Don Page says owners would be given a year to register and could be fined up to $2,200 for failing to do so. Penrith residents will decide the design for a pedestrian and push bike bridge across the Nepean River. The bridge will bypass the existing single narrow footpath on the inside of Victoria Bridge and aims to create a much safer link. Roads and Maritime Services released 3 images of possible designs this week. Penrith MP Stuart Ayres says construction should start in early 2014 and is expected to be finished 15 months later. Tourist operators hope it will become an iconic landmark for the region. Wollondilly's population could grow to about 120,000 people in 30 years if growth management forecasts are correct. General Manager Les McMahon says growth would be accelerated if the newly elected council continued to support development and the 4 local proposals as part of the state government's Potential Home Sites program. The council has advertised for another strategic planner after being inundated with proposals, including one for Wilton Junction, which includes 10,000 homes. There are almost 40 planning proposals pending. Lobbying by an Eastern Creek resident about the dangers of a neglected section of Western Sydney parkland has brought action by authorities. Keith Darley says the site, near a primary school, is a death trap, with broken fencing and loose barbed wire. Mr Darley says Eastern Creek poses a drowning risk for locals and its overgrown grass is a fire hazard. The Western Sydney Parklands Trust responded this week, saying it will fix the fence, remove the barbed wire and investigate the drowning risk. It says the site also has a low fire risk. Seven Hills artist Darren Bell is a serious contender for the 2012 Parliament of New South Wales Aboriginal Art Prize. As one of 26 finalists, Bell has never been recognised for his photographic work, but this year he is confident of snatching the $40,000 prize. The winner will be announced in mid-October and competition entries will be exhibited at New South Wales Parliament from early October. Easily recognisable by her pink uniform, Marsha Wiggins has been a pink lady at Blacktown Hospital for 43 years. Marsha is one of 30 pink ladies on the hospital's books, but more are needed. According to Blacktown Mount Druitt Hospital General Manager Andrew Newton, 4 to 7 pink ladies share all the duties in the hospital on a daily basis.
Well, there's various jobs for pink ladies. Some do a courier run, some do a shop trolley. Some go into the emergency, the storerooms and do flowers.
Marsha Wiggins joined the Blacktown Hospital Pink Ladies service in July 1969 when the service first began at the hospital. She walks to the hospital a short stroll from home every Wednesday at 7 a.m. to lend a hand for 5 hours. And Marsha has never had a sick day.
I've absolutely enjoyed it. It's my oasis in the desert. And I look forward to getting up at 5:30, 5:45 Wednesday morning. I sleep until 7 o'clock the rest of the week. And it doesn't matter if I'm feeling sick on Tuesday, I'm always well enough on Wednesday to go to Pink Ladies.
To join the Pink Ladies, call Blacktown Hospital and ask to speak to their Pink Ladies coordinator. University of Western Sydney design students put their artistic skills to the test during the annual Off the Wall project. The day showcased the creative minds of fourth-year students as they produced a unique mural design for the event. Graffiti artist Sam, aka Oates, thrilled the crowd with contemporary spray techniques, producing a mural especially for the occasion. Extra panels were provided to encourage about 60 students who joined in demonstrating both acrylic and aerosol technique.
That's really cool for people to see artists at work rather than just seeing the finished project.
It's a great opportunity not only for them to socialise and connect with students throughout the degree, but also to kind of have the opportunity before they graduate to kind of have this kind of moment of almost release. It's a very stressful time, the last 6 months of their degree, which they're all in now. So Off the Wall is a time for them to kind of just do some free creative work, be with their friends, socialise, relax, wind down. It's the end of term before things really kick into gear next semester.
Once completed, the murals will be permanently displayed at the university's design studio called The Rabbit Hole. Paralympic swimmer Andrew Pasterfield was all smiles on his return to Castle Hill this week, with 1 gold and 3 bronze medals to show for his efforts in London.
It's the reward of 15 years of hard training, early mornings and many sacrifices. I guess for my parents as well, who woken me up and driven me to training all those years. It's fantastic for them as well, and being able to share it with them over in London was great.
The 22-year-old swam a personal best split time in the 4x100 metres freestyle final to help Australia to a gold medal and upset home favourites team GB. He then backed up his gold medal with 3 bronze medals in the 50 metres freestyle, 100 metres freestyle and 4x100 metres medley team. London was Pasterfield's second Paralympics appearance, and he said the success he had was very gratifying, but he's not committing to another Games just yet.
I'm not sure yet if I'll make it to another Games. It'd be great to say that I've been to three Paralympics, but I'll be 26 then, a bit older, a bit wiser.
Campbelltown Eagles topped off an undefeated season by winning the Group 6 First Grade Rugby League Premiership last weekend. The Eagles recorded a 44-10 victory over Thirlmere Tarmore at Victoria Park in Picton. However, it came at quite a cost, with captain John De Silva having his front teeth knocked out, halfback Wade Dunley sustaining a broken nose, and opening try scorer Michael Bradstock taken from the ground by ambulance with a badly damaged arm. In the reserve grade grand final, the Eagles defeated Camden by 16-12. Calling on all girls who want to play ice hockey, the second annual World Girls Ice Hockey Weekend is at Liverpool Catholic Hub Ice Rink in late October. Coaches from the Saints Ice Hockey Club will run the program, which aims to teach girls about the game in a relaxed environment. The club, which fields junior and senior teams in the New South Wales competition, hopes to form an all-girl team in 2013. Girls who attend the weekend clinic need warm clothes and their protective helmet and gloves. And yes, school holidays are about to start. The Powerhouse Discovery Centre in Castle Hill has plenty of things to do these school holidays. Kids can make robots and then program them to move, dance and conquer obstacle courses using touch and light sensors. Or they can try their hand at movie directing. Tom Kershaw from Physics Education will also be at the Powerhouse Discovery Centre unlocking the mysteries of weather.
These holidays here at the Castle Hill Powerhouse, we'll be running some science of weather workshops where the kids can learn all about atmospheric pressure, how different weather events such as droughts and monsoons occur, and do some pretty cool science experiments, including cyclone tubes and making vortex rings.
Let's hope for a sunny week ahead. That's all the news for this week. I'm Bianca Martins. For more information, pick up your local Fairfax community newspaper and have a great week.